Pointless, the game where we aim for the obscure and we ignore the obvious. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
My name's Jackie, this is my friend Zena, and we're from Cockermouth in Cumbria.
Couple number two.
Hello, my name's Ian, this is my daughter Jan, and we're from sunny Northampton.
Couple number three.
Hello, my name's Nikki, this is my husband Tristan, and we're from London.
And finally, couple number four.
Hello, I'm Steve. This is my very old friend Dave from Oxford.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much, all of you. Very warm welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce, keeping his ducks in a row like the obsessive owner of a petting zoo. It's my pointless friend, it's Richard.
Hiya. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Now, Zena and Jackie, welcome back as well. Head-to-head last time, which is very impressive. Ian and Jan, round one last time. Fingers crossed we see more of you this time. Now, Zena and Jackie were beaten by Sarah and Russell in that head-to-head.
Yeah.
Who went through and they played a lovely jackpot round.
Oh,
which
they
was,
were brilliant.
British bugs.
Yeah.
We had to name bumblebees and butterflies and ladybirds, and we learned an awful lot.
They knew their bees.
They did know their bees, but they didn't know their bumblebees.
That's the trouble.
Their bee knowledge was terrific. Their ladybird knowledge was not bad either. But yes, no jackpot, but we learnt lots of lovely new animals.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. So, yes, as you gathered, Sarah and Russell didn't win the jackpot, which means we're adding another £1,000 to it, so today's jackpot starts off, if you please, at £6,250. Right, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Just to get the formalities out the way, I'm going to remind you that it will be the pair with the highest score that is eliminated at the end of each round. So there we are. You just have to keep your scores as low as you can. Best of luck to all four pairs. Our first category for round one today is words. We haven't had a words round for
We haven't had one for a
ages.
while, have we?
No, that's exciting. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, let's find out what the question is. Here it comes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many words ending P-O-T as they could. Richard.
Yep, any word with its own entry in the premium Oxford dictionaries, please, as of July 2019 that ends P-O-T. As always, no proper nouns, no hyphenated words.
Zena, what do you think?
Yeah.
Me too. Tell us all about yourself again, Zena.
Yeah, I'm a civil servant, and when I'm not at work, I love to do volunteering in my spare time, and I also like going to music festivals. And Jackie and I sometimes combine that. We are volunteers at the Glastonbury Festival.
How long have you done that for?
We've done that twice now, and we are part of the lovely recycling crew, so we pick up the litter.
Nice. Zena, what are you going to... I bet you've got a good one.
Words I'm not really a fan of, but I'll give it a shot with balm pot.
OK, so Zena is going for balm pot. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said balm pot. Let's see if it's right. It is right, Zena. That is our correct answer. And it goes on 3. Very well done indeed. What a great start to the round. 3 for balm pot.
That was my word as well, Zena. It's the first one I thought of. The Scots use it normally. It's a foolish person, let's say. I'm sure I've read it in Irvine Welsh before now. Barn pot or bam pot as well, sometimes they say.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard. Ian, welcome back.
Welcome.
Remind us all about yourself, Ian.
I'm retired, walk my dogs, go and watch rugby. Used to be a coach at rugby.
Did you? Where did you do your coaching?
I did it down in Cornwall for about 8 years, and then in Northampton for about 6.
Where, Edinburgh? Where are you from?
Edinburgh originally,
Yeah.
then London, then Cornwall, now Northampton.
Now, you've pinged about, Ian. OK, now, Ian, what are you going to go for? Have you got a word yet?
I have.
Good.
Crackpot.
OK, let's see how many of our 100 people said crackpot. Crackpot is right. Down it goes to 14.
Yeah, essentially means the same as barn pot, crackpot. Although, you know, listen, different people have different meanings for it.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Nikki, welcome. Tell us all about yourself.
I am an insurance manager for a fashion company, but at the moment I'm on maternity leave as I've got a 5-month son who's with us today, supporting from the wings.
That's very exciting. And what are your interests? Not that you're going to have a great deal of time for those for the foreseeable future.
Very supportive husband, so I'm very lucky. So I've got back into netball. I play in a social league every week, which is great fun.
Excellent. OK, now, Nikki, words. Words ending in P-O-T.
Yes, so I'm having a mind blank and I'm thinking, are these words two separate words, that kind of stuff? But I'm just going to go with one and hopefully it's right. Hot pot.
Hot pot. Hot pot. Of course, hot pot. Let's see how many of our 100 people said hot pot. Down he goes to 38. 38 for hot pot.
I played Nikki, yeah, a casserole, essentially, often topped with sliced potatoes.
Thank you very much indeed. Steve.
Hello.
Welcome to Pointless. Good to have you here, Steve. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I'm a retired school teacher. I retired 6 years ago, and since I've retired, I've travelled quite extensively, and perhaps more importantly, one day a week looking after the grandchildren.
Very good indeed. What were you teaching, Steve?
I was a history teacher. Not an English language teacher.
No, no. But you still use words.
Yes.
Still use words in history.
Well, yes. Would you like my word, or...?
Oh, go on, let's have it. Come on, come on.
Well, reminding me that I was a history teacher, it just came into my mind. I better say despot.
Despot. Despot. So, Steve, let's see how many of our 100 people said despot. It's right. Down it goes to 28. 28 for despot.
So another good answer, yeah, someone who holds absolute power, typically in a cruel way, a despot. Or to despot. Same thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we are halfway through the round. Let's take a look at those scores. 3 was the best score of the pass. Well done, Zena. Fantastic performance on that first podium there. Then up to 14, where we find Ian and Jan. Up to 28, where we find Steve and Dave. And then up to 38, where we find Nikki and Tristan. A little bit ahead there, but nothing you can't deal with, Tristan, I think, on the next pass. Let's hope we find a nice answer from you that brings things more into line. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? So, Dave, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
I've now retired and I do quite a bit of voluntary work. I work with my local GP. We live in quite a small village, so we're lucky enough to have quite a small GP, and I do work for them, help them on their...
How small is the GP?
It's not one of these huge medical centres.
No, that's really nice.
It's very personable. I know all the staff, they know me. And as part of that, I try and give back, which is a bit of a cliche, but I do it anyway. And I do their display. When you sit in the waiting rooms, you see the displays in the waiting rooms. I programme that for them. And I help them with their website, and I produce newsletters for the village and the GP as well. Shall I shut up now?
Yeah. Listen, Dave. No,
that is all we've got time for on Pointless this evening. Join us.
Yeah. What we'll do, we can record some more and put it on the red button for... Dave, what are you going to go for? Words ending P-O-T.
Funny enough, Steve took my word. Oh. So I'm going to drop the S and say depot.
Depot. Yeah, here is your red line. If you can get below that red line, things are looking rosy. Depot. How many people said depot? $27. Not bad. Taking your total up to 55.
Yeah, one for your letter, one for your point there for depot, or depot.
Thank you very much indeed. Tristan, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself, Tristan.
Well, along with being a supportive husband to our new 5-month-old son, I like to stay fairly active, get out, do some running around where we live, do some charity challenges, done some 24-hour walking at one point.
24-hour walking?
24 hours.
Where do you walk to and from?
We walked from Henley-on-Thames all the way back to South Wimbledon.
That's a very long way. How far is that?
It was very tough. It was about 60 miles or so. But we raised some great money.
What time do you leave? Is it midday to midday?
It was midday to midday. And yeah, raised some good money for charity.
Very nice indeed. OK, now, Tristan, you're on 38. If you can score 16 or less, there is a place for you in round 2.
OK, so I think I've got to take a little bit of a gamble at this stage. So I'm going to go for hot spot.
Hot spot. I like the way you've broken out of the pot mould. This is good, I think. Hot spot. There's your red line. Let's see what happens when we go for hot spot. It's right. Oh, look at that, Tristan. You've done it. Very well done indeed. 8 takes your total up to 46.
Very well played, Tristan. It's a great answer. Yeah, a place of significant activity or danger, or it can literally mean just a place of slightly higher temperature than everywhere around it.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Jan.
Hello.
Now then, Jan, welcome back.
Hi.
Remind us all about yourself, Jan.
I'm a marketing manager from Northampton. I like to cook, I like to read, and I've recently adopted like a plant-based diet because I'm trying to save the world, you know, one person at a time. So I cook a lot of, sort of vegan Thai foods and sorts of things at home.
Very nice indeed. Jan, you're on 14. 40 or less gets you into the next round. What are you going to go for?
Both my words were taken by these guys, so I'm struggling. There's one that I can think of that's going to be rubbish. So I'm going to take a gamble.
Yeah.
Go for a device I know they use in America to flush their sinuses, and it's a neti pot. And I don't know if that's one word.
What a lovely image you've just conjured up for us. There we go. A neti pot. Neti pot. Let's see. Here is your red line. Can you get below this red line with neti pot? Let's see what happens. Neti pot. Oh, I'm sorry, Jan.
2 words.
I'm sorry. Neti pot scores 100 points, takes your total up to 114.
Yeah, it's 2 words, I'm afraid, but lovely to hear about. That's,
yeah. Oh, it's
we're thinking about neti pots now, aren't we?
Thank you very much. Jackie, welcome back.
Thank you.
Jackie, well, as we discovered last time, you've had a double hip replacement,
I
Jackie.
have, yes. Yes, yeah, I have.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very proud. I actually went to Glastonbury Recycling 2 months after I had the first one done. So I actually did the recycling at Glastonbury on a crutch.
Oh, well, that's nice. And how about a completely new lease of life? Was it?
It's absolutely extraordinary.
Amazing.
Yeah, life-changing. But 18 years in the army, a lot of pack carrying.
Very good. Good for you, Jackie. Now, great news for you. You're through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score. You're through. I bet you've got a good word.
Stole my logistic depot. I can't believe it. I'm gonna a little bit safe. Can I say jackpot?
You certainly can.
And be ever hopeful that we might get there.
OK, well, let's see. No red line. You're already through. Let's see how many of our 100 people said jackpot. Oh. 20. Takes your total up to 23. Very well done indeed.
You could now make history as the first person ever to win the jackpot, having given jackpot as an answer during the show. So that's something to look forward to the rest of the show. Tough round, that one. Have you got an answer?
Yeah, I have. Well, I mean, I've now got loads.
Yeah.
I'm going to fling them at you. It might be an archaism, but I think, in the same way you have a jackpot, there are also queen pots and king pots you can have for...
Queen pot and king pot?
Yeah.
Now, if I was to say to you that they're not both correct, which one would you go for?
King pot.
You're going for king pot. That's incorrect, I'm afraid. But queen pot was wrong as well, so...
All right, OK.
You'd have got 100, whatever.
Wash pot.
You can't just keep going.
Wash pots.
You don't, when people mess up here, you're not saying to Ian and Jan, have another go, are you?
Because they can't. I can. Wash pot.
Wash pot is not there, funnily enough, wash pot.
Really?
Now, I'll tell you some low ones. Honey pot would have scored you 6. Repot would have scored you 5. Stock pot 4. 3 for fuss pot and night spot. You've got 2 for sunspot, 1 for stew pot. And here's some pointless answers for you. Entrepot, which is essentially an entry point for goods or services. Ice spot, hotch pot. Pin spot, which is a very small light. A rommel pot, which is a South African drum. Stink pot is a pointless answer. That's a nice one. Train spot, to train spot, the act of train spotting. That's a lovely one, isn't it? Unpot, to take out of a pot. And white pot, which is sort of a blancmange pudding, essentially. So those are all there's your pointless answers. That was fun.
That was really good fun. That was great. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Thank you, everybody. We are at the end of our first round. We have to say goodbye to one of our pairs. This is the bit I hate. Jan and Ian. Hang on, wasn't it round 1 last time?
It was, yeah. It was me last time.
No. Dear, oh dear, far too soon to be saying goodbye to you, but it's been lovely having you here. Thank you so much for playing, Jan and Ian. But for the remaining 3 pairs, it's now time for round 2. There we are, down to 3 pairs. We made it through the words round. Well done, everybody. Zena, once again, our lowest individual scorer. Well done. Zena and Jackie, our lowest combined scorers. Looking very strong on that first podium. Well, best of luck to all 3 pairs. Our category for round 2 this afternoon is ultimate questions. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns last things. Richard?
Yeah, simply 6 clues on each board that contain the word last or centre around the word last in some way.
Thank you very much indeed. OK, let's reveal our first last board of clues, and here they are. The Last Battle is the 7th and last book in the Chronicles of Narnia series, written by this author, surname of the US general whose last stand against Sitting Bull's forces took place during the Battle of Little Bighorn, number of the last spaceflight in the Apollo program to go to the moon in December 1972, man who won the Best Actor Oscar for portraying the Ugandan dictator Idi Amin in The Last King of Scotland, the last book of the New Testament and, by extension, the Bible, and the act who had a UK #1 single in 1965, with The Last Time. I'll read those again. The Last Battle is the 7th and last book in the Chronicles of Narnia series, written by this author, surname of the US general whose last stand against Sitting Bull's forces took place during the Battle of Little Bighorn, number of the last spaceflight in the Apollo program to go to the moon in December 1972, man who won the Best Actor Oscar for portraying Ugandan dictator Idi Amin in The Last King of Scotland, the last book of the New Testament, and by extension, the Bible, and the act who had a UK #1 single in 1965 with The Last Time. So, Zena.
I know a few, but I think the ones that I know, I think the most obscure one will possibly be the 4th one down, man who won Best Actor Oscar for portraying Ugandan dictator Idi Amin in The Last King of Scotland, Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Whitaker, says Zena. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Forrest Whitaker. Forrest Whitaker is right. And down it goes 14. Well done. Good start to the round. 14 for Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, terrific film based on a terrific novel as well by Giles Foden.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now, Tristan.
Hello.
What are you thinking of here?
Well, there's only one that I know for certain, or at least I hope it's a certainty, and say for the top one, C.S. Lewis.
OK, C.S. Lewis, says Tristan. Let's see how many of our 100 people got C.S. Lewis for the Chronicles of Narnia. It's right. Down it goes to 29. Not bad, Tristan.
Tristan, yes, C.S. Lewis is very well played.
Thank you. Now then, Steve. Steve, this board's all yours. Your time to shine.
What a shame. Last book of the New Testament, Revelation, possibly, I'm not sure. This could be the last time, very appropriate, but I can't remember who it was. I was around in 65, but the space flights went up to about number 13 or 14, I think. But I'll go for General Custer.
OK, General Custer. Custer's last stand. Says Steve, let's see how many of our 100 people got that. Custer. It's right. 29's the high score, 14's the low, 35 for General Custer.
Yeah, it was the last major victory of the Native Americans against the US Army, and there's a flag that Custer took into that battle, which was sold for £1.4 million by a Detroit museum, and they spent the money on Native American art. They spent the money increasing their collection of Native American art. So that's nice, a nice sort of way of ending that little story. Now, the number of the last space flight, it actually went up to 17. 17 is the answer there. Only scored 6 points, though, so tough answer. Best answer on the board, in fact. The last book of the New Testament is Revelation. 21 points for that. And the act who had that UK #1 single?
It's the Stones.
It was the Stones, yeah, Rolling Stones. 12 points for that. Took over from It's Not Unusual at #1.
Thank you very much indeed. Well, we're halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 14, Zena, once again. She does it again. Lowest score there. Well done. Zena and Jackie looking good for the head-to-head at this stage. 29's where we find Tristan and Nikki. Well done. 35, Steve and Dave. Dave, Yeah, if we can get a nice low score from you, that might even things up a bit. So good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put 6 more last clues up on the board, and here they come. Title of the last James Bond film to star Roger Moore, released in 1985. Florence-born artist who painted best-known version of The Last Supper in Milan around 1494 to 97. The US state that comes last when all are listed in alphabetical order. Act who had a UK top 40 hit in 1967 with Last Train to Clarksville. Title of the 7th and last book in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, published in 2007. Name of the last monarch of the Stuart dynasty who reigned in Great Britain from 1702 to 14. I'll read those all again. Title of the last James Bond film to star Roger Moore, released in 1985. Florence-born artist who painted best-known version of The Last Supper in Milan around 1494 to 97. The US state that comes last when all are listed in alphabetical order. The act who had a UK top 40 hit in 1967 with The Last Train to Clarksville. The title of the 7th and last book in J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter series, published in 2007. And the name of the last monarch of the Stuart dynasty who reigned in Great Britain from 1702 to 1714. Dave.
Right. We've done this the wrong way round. I knew them all on the first board. So I think I'm going to have to go with a banker and say the Monkeys for The Last Train to Clarksville.
OK, the Monkeys, says Dave. There's no red line for you as you're the high scorers at the moment, but how many of our 100 people went for the Monkeys? Not bad. 23, Dave. 23 for the Monkeys. 58 your total.
Yeah, 23 points, and it got to number 23 in the UK charts as well, Last Train to Clarksville.
Nice.
That's a great song as well.
It's a great song.
As a lot of the Monkey songs are written by Neil Sedaka, Carole King, all sorts of amazing people write their songs.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Nikki, you are on 29. If you can score 28 or less, you're in the head-to-head. How do you like the board?
I don't love it. I know a couple, and I'm a huge fan of Harry Potter, and we listen to them every night before bed, and I can't remember the last book in that series. So I know it's out of 2 for the last question. Charles II.
Charles II?
Yes.
OK, Charles II for the bottom one. OK, here is your red line. Can you get below that red line with Charles II? Let's find out. Is it right, though? No, bad luck. Nikki, bad luck, I'm afraid. An incorrect answer. I bet you're not the only person who said that. That scores 100 points, takes your total up to 129.
Yeah, sorry, Nikki, always worth going for a risk as well. I'll give the answers at the end of the pass.
Thanks very much indeed. And now then, Jackie, good news. You're through to the next round. Doesn't matter what you score here. Would you like to go through the board?
Not really. I mean, I'm thinking that possibly the Roger Moore was Octopussy. Florence-born artist, gone completely out my head. Harry Potter monarchs, not sure. So I'm going to have a punt at the US state that comes last and go for Washington.
Washington, says Jackie. Seems reasonable enough to me. Let's find out if it's right. Let's find out how far down the column it gets if it is. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Washington. No. Doesn't matter. Scores you 100 points. Your total's 114. You're through.
Yeah, Washington, not last. There's 3 after Washington. There's West Virginia.
Ah, yes.
Then there's Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And then there's the answer, which is Wyoming. And Wyoming would have scored 24 points. Now, the title of the last James Bond film, starring Roger Moore, was A View to a Kill.
Of course it was.
That would have scored you 6 points. The Florence-born artist, of course...
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci. Would have scored you 25. Now, the title of the 7th and last book in the Harry Potter series...
Deathly Hallows.
Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Yep, and that would have scored 27. And the last monarch of the Stuart dynasty...
It was Anne.
Anne was the answer there.
Anne.
And that would have scored 7, so nothing scores an awful lot there. But A View to a Kill is the best answer up there.
Thank you very much indeed. Richard, well, we are at the end of our second round. We have to say goodbye to another pair, Nikki and Tristan. I'm afraid it's you, but you played pretty well. Next time, we've got to hope to see you through to the head-to-head, if not further. But meantime, thank you very much indeed, Nikki and Tristan. But for the remaining 2 pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Oh, congratulations, Stephen, Dave, Zena and Jackie. You're now 1 step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, currently standing at £6,250. Very exciting. Well, it's the head-to-head, which means you can chat before you give your answers. Start playing as a pair. First pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot. Well, everyone's played very well here, haven't they?
Haven't they just?
Impossible to call this one. 2 very, very strong teams. Best of luck to both of you. Let's play the head-to-head. Here is your first question, and it concerns glowing animals. Richard.
Yeah, we're going to show you 5 pictures now of bioluminescent organisms.
Oh, nice.
Which is lovely, isn't it?
Oh.
We're going to show you alternate letters of their names as well, but can you identify these animals, please?
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 glowing animals, and here they come. We've got A, BBALSUD, B, GOWR, C, TMPEI, D, AGEFS, and E, FRFY. There we are. 5 glowing animals. Steve and Dave will go first.
No, I don't. Let's try and work it out.
Yeah, you don't want to guess any of this.
Can't guess them. Well, we'd like to guess A, C, and D, but we can't.
B, C, and D.
Sorry,
no,
A,
A,
C,
C,
and
and
D.
D. No, sorry.
So we'll go for E, firefly.
OK, firefly. Say Steve and Dave. Zena and Jackie, do you fancy talking us through the rest of that board?
A is obviously something squid. B is glowworm. No idea about C. We're going to go for, we're not sure about it, but we're going to take a guess at D, anglerfish.
OK, anglerfish. Anglerfish. So, firefly and anglerfish. Steve and Dave have gone for firefly. Let's see if that's right for E. Let's see how many of our 100 got firefly. Firefly is right. Ooh, 84 for firefly. Zena and Jackie, meanwhile, taking a bit of a punt on anglerfish for D. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said anglerfish. Yes. It is anglerfish. Very well done. It wins you the point. And down it goes to 16. But very well done indeed, Zena and Jackie. After 1 question, you're up 1-0.
That's a great way to play the game as well. You worked out what the word could be, and that was brilliant. That firefly looks like it's been out all day and it's lost a bit of charge.
Yeah.
Looks like the second it plugs itself back in,
it'll go
more
right
and more
back
segments
up to
will go back up. Yeah, listen, there's another easy answer there. That is glowworm, B, that I think everyone got. So that's a score of 82. Now, you're right. The first one, it is a type of squid. Is that Beatrix Potter? Bobtail squid. Yeah, bobtail squid. Would have scored you 3 points. Now, this last one is a pointless answer. And it's a tomopteris. Tomopteris. Very well done. If you said that, it's terrific work.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. OK, here comes your second question. Now then, Steve and Dave, Zena and Jackie get to answer this one first, but you have to win this one to stay in the game, so good luck. Our second question today is all about comedians at the RSC. Richard.
Yeah, 5 clues now to comedy artists who performed at some point with the Royal Shakespeare Company. We're going to give you their initials as well.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 comedians, and here they come. We have got originator of the schoolgirl Lauren Cooper and Cockney Nan on her TV sketch show, CT. Played Dorothy in the award-winning comedy Men Behaving Badly, CQ. Recurring performer on improvisation show Whose Line Is It Anyway, JL. Star of TV comedy episodes, who also plays Debbie Aldridge in The Archers, TG, and impressionist and host of ITV's Family Fortunes from 1987 to 2002, LD. I'll read those again. Originator of the schoolgirl Lauren Cooper and Cockney Nan on her TV sketch show, played Dorothy in the award-winning comedy Men Behaving Badly. Recurring performer on improvisation show Whose Line Is It Anyway? Star of TV comedy episodes, who also plays Debbie Aldridge in The Archers, and impressionist and host of ITV's Family Fortunes from 1987 to 2002, there we are. Now, Zena and Jackie will go first.
We know quite a few, but I think of the ones
Most obscure.
Yeah, most obscure of the ones we know. We're going to go for the third one down. Recurring performer on improvisation show. Whose line is it anyway? Josie Lawrence.
Josie Lawrence says Zena and Jackie. Over to you, Steve and Dave. Do you want to talk us through the board?
Oh, well... Are you going to do it?
Well, first one, go on, you do it.
Yeah.
Catherine Tate,
Catherine Tate, yeah.
Caroline Quinton, Tamsin Gregg, and
Les
Les
Dennis.
Dennis.
I don't think any of those would beat
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think it's Tamsin Gregg.
OK, you're going to go for Tamsin Gregg. So we have Josie Lawrence and we have Tamsin Gregg. Zena and Jackie went for Josie Lawrence. Let's see how many of our 100 people said that. Josie Lawrence. There we are, Josie Lawrence. From Whose Line Is It Anyway? Down to 10. Very well done indeed. Steve and Dave, meanwhile, have gone for Tamsin Gregg, the star of episodes. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Tamsin Gregg. Tamsin Gregg is right. Now, this, I think, is going to be close. Oh, it's going to be very close, and you win back. Look at that. Breaking back into the game. Well done, Steve and Dave. You've done exactly what you needed to do there, and after 2 questions, it's 1-1.
2 best answers on the board there, and also lovely to hear Josie Lawrence referred to as Jennifer Lawrence, too. So,
Sorry, yeah.
She would appreciate that. Let's fill in the scores of the others. You got all of them right. Catherine Tate would have scored you 59. Caroline Quinton would have scored you 48. And Les Dennis, the biggest scorer of all, 67 points for Les.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. Well, here comes your decider. Whoever wins this one goes through to the final and has a crack at that massive jackpot. So best of luck to both pairs. Our third question today is all about the music groups made from chemical symbols. Richard.
Yep, I'm going to show you the names of some chemical elements now. If you put the symbols for those elements together, they make the name of a pop group. That pop group always beginning with the word the, which we haven't spelt out. So the, what, you have to make them up from these chemical symbols.
Here's fun. Surely, thank you. OK, let's reveal our pop groups made up of chemical symbols, and here they are. The copper, rhenium. The fluorine, radium, yttrium. The samarium, iodine, thorium, sulfur. The hydrogen, iodine, vanadium, einsteinium. And the polonium, lithium, cerium. I'll read those all again. Copper, rhenium. Fluorine, radium, yttrium. Samarium, iodine, thorium, sulfur. Hydrogen, iodine, vanadium, einsteinium. And polonium, lithium, cerium. There we are. Steve and Dave, you get to go first.
What one's it, please? Oh, no, it's not that. It's something different.
Go for this.
Not 100% sure on all of them, but I think we'll go for the middle one as the Smiths.
OK, you're going to go for the Smiths. Zena and Jackie, do you want to talk us through the rest of that board?
We're not sure of the top 2, but number 4 we think is the Hives, and the bottom one is the Police. So we're going to go for the Hives.
OK, you're going to go for the Hives. So we have the Smiths and we have the Hives. Steve and Dave have gone for the Smiths. For samarium, iodine, thorium, sulfur. Let's see how many of our 100 people got that. The Smiths. The Smiths is absolutely right. Down it goes to 13. Very well done indeed. That's a good score. That is what you've got to beat, Zena and Jackie, with the Hives. The hydrogen, iodine, vanadium, einsteinium. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said the Hives. It's right. 13 is what you've got to beat. And you do, look at that, down it goes to 10. Very well done indeed, Zena and Jackie. After 3 questions, you're through to the final 2-1.
That's a great head-to-head. Very, very well played. Bodes very well for Dave and Steve on the next show, I have to say. I think we've heard the... Well, there's one answer we haven't heard there. The top one is a big scorer. It is the Cure. That would have scored you 32. Now, the best answer is this second one. They're the band who did How to Save a Life, amongst other things. The Fray would have scored you 9 points, and you're quite right about the Police down the bottom there. which scored 31 points.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard. So the pair leaving us at the end of the head-to-head round, Steve and Dave, it was you. Great news, though. You're back next time. And on the strength of your performance today, we know you're going to do very well then. So we'll look forward to that very much. But meantime, thank you so much. You played so well. Steve and Dave. But for Zena and Jackie, it is now time for our Pointless Final. Congratulations, Zena and Jackie. You've seen off all the competition and you have won our coveted Pointless trophy.
Awesome.
Now, though, you get a chance to win our Pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £6,250. It's entirely fitting and right that you are here because you have played so well across both shows. Really fantastic, lovely low scores from you. So very, very well done indeed. What do you want to see come up in this last round?
Dog breeds.
Dog breed. Maybe some elements of sport. I'm quite into watching professional cycling, so if anything like that comes up, music, films.
Yeah, quite like anything that Zena can answer, really.
Well, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? OK, well, let's hope something on the board that appeals to you. 4 things, as ever, today. Phoebe Waller-Bridge, religious pop music, the year 1964, and Portuguese football. What are we thinking?
Okay.
I think we're discounting Portuguese football.
Yeah, straight away. 1964 is probably a bit before our time.
Phoebe Waller-Bridge, we were talking about, was one of the films that she...
Yeah.
It was the random film
the
other day. Or religious pop
religious
music.
Religious pop music might have a bit more scope.
OK. Yeah,
Go with that.
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
let's go for religious pop music.
Religious pop
OK,
music.
religious pop music it is.
OK, we're looking for any word of 5 or more letters in the lyrics to one of these 3 songs, please. Alleluia. That's the Alexandra Burke version from 2008. 5 letters or more in The Birds' Turn, Turn, Turn from 1965, or 5 letters or more in Cliff Richard's The Millennium Prayer from 1999. So, Alleluia, Turn, 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 The Millennium Prayer, 5 letters or more other than words you see on that board.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. You don't have to answer all 3 categories, just focus on whichever ones you like the look of. Are you ready?
Yep.
Let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Don't know anything about the Cliff song. Don't know much about Turn, Turn, Turn. Hallelujah, we could have a go at.
Yeah.
Chord is 5 letters or more.
Yeah. I'm just trying to go through 10, 10, 10 in my head.
Music is 5 letters or more.
Yeah. Yeah, it's none of them are really kind of. I'm just trying to think.
Through the
10,
song
10,
in my
10,
head.
yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, you go through that one. I'm
yeah,
going to go through
okay.
10, 10, 10 in my head. Is there something like in sort of 10, 10, 10? Is there something like, I don't know, spring or autumn or
I'm not
a
sure.
season?
David is in Hallelujah as well. That's a word of 5 letters or more.
Yeah. See, I'm just wondering with season because I can't remember if 10, 10, 10 is something to do with the seasons.
It is, yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that might be.
Yeah.
10 seconds left.
Not the best really, but.
Minor and major, like minor fall, major lift is in Hallelujah.
Okay.
So minor and major.
Yeah. They're good ones.
OK, that is your time up. Let's have your 3 answers, please.
We're going to go for all the category we're going to pick is all from Hallelujah.
OK.
We're going to go for chord,
Chord,
minor,
Oh, we've got to go for major.
and major.
You were a major in the army. OK,
Yeah.
there we are. We've got to go for major.
Yeah.
So, chord, minor, major, all from Hallelujah. OK, of those 3, which is your best shot at a pointless answer, do you think?
Chord, maybe.
OK, chord
Yeah.
goes last. Least likely to be pointless?
Major, maybe.
Major, and then put minor in the middle.
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order then, and here they are. We've got major, minor, chord. Very best of luck. 3 answers there. Any one of those could turn out to be pointless and win you that jackpot of £6,250. What would you like to do with that if you were to win it? Zena, I'm going to ask you first.
I'd probably put it towards a holiday. I've always wanted to go on safari in Africa, so I think that would be quite good. Yeah.
Very good. Jackie, how about you?
I would like to hire a dog-friendly campervan and go and visit all my friends in UK who I pen pal with, and it would just be lovely to take my dogs around and foist them on lots of people to get them walked.
Lovely. Very nice idea. OK, well, let's hope one of these answers makes those dreams come true for you. Your first answer was major. In all three cases, we're looking for words of 5 or more letters in Hallelujah, the Alexandra Burke version. Major is your first one. If nobody said major, you leave here with £6,250. Is major pointless? It's right. It's a good answer. It just has to go all the way down to 0 and you will leave with £6,250. Major takes us down through the teens. We're into, oh, not quite in single figures. 11 for major. OK, let's turn to your second answer, minor. Again, it's words of 5 or more letters from Hallelujah. If it's pointless, it'll win you £6,250. How many people said minor? OK, well, it's right. Major took us down to 11. Minor now takes us down through the 20s into the teens, still going down. Ooh, 13. OK, let's turn to your third and final answer. This is the answer you thought was probably your best shot at a pointless answer. Chord, again, it's words of 5 or more letters from Hallelujah. If chord is pointless, £6,250 is yours. How many of our 100 people said chord? That's right. Your first answer was major, which scored 11. Minor, your second answer, took us down to 13. Chord now takes us down through the teens into single figure. Oh, 8 for chord. Oh, I'm so sorry. 3 lovely answers there. I mean, really lovely low scores you managed to get there, but annoyingly, we only accept pointless answers in this last round. So I'm afraid you didn't find that pointless answer, so you don't win today's jackpot, but you do win a richly deserved pointless trophy each. And all our praise rightly earned for a fantastic performance right across 2 shows, so very well done.
Yeah, and anyone at home who really knows these songs, I know you're singing them through in your head right now. Let's put you out of your misery and tell you which of those words are pointless. We'll start with Hallelujah. You could have had outdrew, you could have proof, someone, theirs, you could have broke, composing, learned, needed, shoot, and strong. All of those are pointless answers. Well done if you said any of that. Minor and major were the top 2 answers on that board, then broken, then chord. Turn, turn, turn by the Birds. 6 pointless answers here. They are break, build, embrace, under, embracing, and refrain. And Cliff's Millennium Prayer, which was based on the Lord's Prayer, wasn't it? But then added extra bits. Again, desire, every, people, hearts, joined, tongue, trial, tribe, and world. Those are the pointless answers. Very well done if you said one at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Richard, and thank you, Zena and Jackie. I'm sorry you didn't win our jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £7,250. Join us then, see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Richard.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.